Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. It is Monday, May 11th, and today we're going to get started with a new topic. We're going to analyze some data. We're going to look at two-way tables, two-way relative frequency tables, and as you see on the left side of the screen here, frequency is how often a value occurs. It says the frequency of a particular data value is the number of times the data value occurs. For example, if 4 students have a score of 80 in mathematics, then the score of 80 is said to have a frequency of 4. The frequency of the data value is often represented by F. Okay, so this is just some really basic stuff to start with. Okay, now, as with every day, as you're watching the video, you should be working along with me. Stop this as you need to, okay? Find the answers on your own. Pause the video. See if you can find the solutions before I work to them, okay? So you're watching the YouTube video, which is a link right here. It's not in there yet because I'm making it right now. And you're going to click on this IXL link that says Create Frequency Charts. We'll click on that, and it brings us right in here. And we're going to problem solve a little bit together here. I'm going to kind of show you what you're supposed to be doing with this, and then you're going to work on your own. All right, let's see here. Let me see what I can do. All right. So it says employees at Stacy's Movies track the number of movies that customers rented last month. Use the data in the line plot to create the frequency chart below. All right, I'm going to take a snapshot of this, and I'm going to explain a little bit of what they're asking you to do here. And we're going to complete this frequency table. All right, go technology, go. Okay, let's see here. So we're looking at the line plot. It says use the data in the line plot. And the line plot is right here. Renting movies last month. Okay, and there's a number line. And on the bottom it says number of times. Okay, you can see right down here it says number of times. And there's 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's the frequency of rentals. That's the number of rentals of movies last month. Now, for 0 rentals, there are 2 X's. So the total is 2, and you can see that right down there. Now, I'm going to highlight in green. I'm going to highlight this number 1. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 X's, and they've put a 7 into that frequency table. Okay, now it's asking us to find, let's see here. It's asking us to find that one right there. 2. The number of times, 2 times renting. Let's see, I got the wrong thing. That didn't work very well. 2 times rented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is going to be my answer in that frequency table. And let's see. I'm going to go 5. And we're going to move on, okay? And we're looking at lots of different types of data. So last time we were looking at a line graph or a line chart, okay? And this is a different type of chart. I'm going to take a snapshot here. This one is about a science fair project. Let's see what's going on here. Data about a science fair project. All right, so Tricia tracked the temperature each day. Okay, so you measured the temperature every day in degrees Celsius. And that's this right here. Daily temperature in degrees Celsius. Okay, and each number down there, each number represents the temperature on a particular day. So I'm just gonna go through here and do something real quick. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s. And I've got 1, 2, 2 8s. And I'm going through and I'm highlighting the different temperatures that Tricia measured. Okay, I'm finding how many of each temperature. 6 degrees, she measured that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. On 4 different days, she measured 6 degrees. And let's go with orange there. And 5 degrees, she measured that 1, 2, 3 times. Okay, so now let's go down to the frequency table. It says fill in the missing number. And 4 degrees Celsius, there were 5 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're trying to find 6 degrees Celsius. How many times did she measure that? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 times. The frequency of times that Trisha measures 6 degrees Celsius is 4. Okay, so I'm going to go right here. I'm going to type a 4 in there, and I'm going to move on. Okay, this time I'm looking at a bar graph, some data in a bar graph. Let's take a snapshot. Let's look at this. Okay, there are lots of different ways that we can be presented with data in our everyday lives, and it's really important for us to be able to analyze that data and be able to use it. Okay, this is about a family reunion. The Garrison family recorded everyone's age. Okay, use the data in a histogram. We're calling this right here a histogram. Okay, histogram bar graph to complete the frequency chart below. All right, so we want to know the blank is how many people are 35 to 39 years old. So I'm going to look at this one right here. That's 35 to 39 because age is on the x-axis. And the number of people in that age group, if I draw a straight line right across this histogram, I'm right about 2. Okay, so I'm going to call that 2 people are 35 to 39. All right, and here's another one where I just have all the values. I have a list of values. Okay, so again, what I would do here is just highlight the different value that you're looking for. Okay, while hanging Christmas lights for neighbors, Carrie counted the number of broken lights on each string. So she's hanging Christmas lights. Use the data to complete the frequency chart below. I want to know on this table down here, how many broken lights per string. Okay, so the number of broken lights is right there, and I've got the number of broken lights right here. So each one of these numbers represents the number of lights that are broken per string and how many have between 11 and 15. So I'm going to highlight all those values. I'm going to highlight everything that's between 11 and 15. 12, 12, too high, too high, too high. Between 11 and 15. So there are only 2. Only 2 strings have between 11 and 15 broken lights. And that's all we're doing. Okay, we're looking at lots of different types of data. And this one is asking you for 2 different values. Okay, we're going to do this one together, and then I'm going to skip a couple levels and see if we get something that's a little bit trickier. All right, so in a study of public parking, the director of transportation counted the number of cars in each of the city's parking lots. Okay, so cars per parking lot, that's right here, cars per parking lot. And I'm looking for how many parking lots down bottom there, how many parking lots have 21 to 30 cars in them. So I'm going to find 21, all the numbers that are between 21 and 30. I'm going to find the frequency of that, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I also want to find the frequency of 61 to 70 cars. So all the parking lots that have between 61 and 70 cars in them. And there are 5 of those. 5 of those. So that's what I'm gonna do 6 and 5. And I'm gonna submit, and I've completed another frequency table. Okay, this is the same thing, asking you to do the same thing. I'm gonna see if I can get anything a little different here. Okay, Betty's counting the number of problems on each of her tests. And this is the same type of thing again with a histogram or a bar graph. So I'm gonna try this one out and see if I can get anything a little bit trickier, and then I'm gonna let you work on your own. All right, the number of problems on each of her tests, use the data in the histogram. I want to find, let's see, I want to find 25 to 29. That's this right here. And there are actually 5 tests that have 25 to 29 questions on them, right? 5 tests. Because the number of tests is over here on the y-axis, and if I drew a straight line across, you'd see, right? And that's approximately a straight line, a little bit off. 5 tests have 25 to 29 questions, and 30 to 34 questions is that one right there. It's this one right here, and we can see there's one test. Okay, if we follow that across, if we just drew a straight line across there, that's pretty bad. If we draw a straight line across there, one test has 30 to 34 questions. So 5 and 1. 5, 1, and there we go. Okay, so a stem and leaf plot. You guys should be familiar with these. You should know what they are. You definitely learned this in 7th grade. We may have not talked about this at all this year, so we're gonna look at this one. Jackson counted the number of peanuts in each bag of trail mix. Use the data in the stem and leaf plot to complete the frequency chart below. Okay, so the stem is the first number and the leaf is the second number. So there's one bag that has 15 peanuts, and there's one bag that has 17 peanuts. And then down below that, the 2 is the first digit, right? The 2 is the first digit, and then you have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So 20, 20, 20. And then you have 24. Technology doesn't want to cooperate right now. And you have a 28. And you have a 29. Okay, and that's how the stem and leaf plot works. So it says fill in the missing numbers. And I want to know how many bags have 30 to 34. 30 to 34, how many? So I've got 30, only 1, okay, 3, 0. There's only one of those that's between 30 and 34. All the rest are greater. So one of those. And then 40 to 44. We're going to see how many of those we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are 40 to 44. Okay, so now let's try this. We'll do 1 and 6. All right. And now the difference with this one, this is the last one I'm going to do, and then we're all done. I'm done showing problems. I've worked these out. If you still need help after watching the video and trying to work on these, you can find me in a Zoom meeting at 2:30. This one says a pet owner had her staff count the number of fish in each tank. Okay, so the first table shows the fish per tank, and 10 to 19 fish, there's 1. And 20 to 29 fish, there are 4. Okay, you can see the number of fish are on the left, right? Number of fish on the left, and the number of tanks that have those numbers of fish are on the right. Okay, so we're looking to fill in the missing numbers of fish per tank, and it says the number of fish 10 to 29. Okay, so the difference here is this is 10 to 19 and this is 20 to 29. So I need to combine these. Okay, 1 plus 4 equals 5. So my combined total, the frequency of the number of fish 10 to 29 is 5 right there. And I already did that. We're also looking for 30 to 49. Okay, so that's going to be the combined total of those two. 5 plus 5 is 10. And the last one, 50 to 69. So I'm looking at both of those. So I'm looking at 2 plus 2 equals 4. So the frequency table on the bottom represents the data on the table at the top. So I'm going to put a 10 and a 4 in there. 10 and 4. And there we go. Okay. And I want you guys to keep working on this until you get your score up to 100, or you work for 25 minutes. And if you finish early, go back and work on a skill that you haven't mastered yet, that you want a little more practice with. If you're struggling with this, come find me. I'm here to help you. Thanks, boys and girls. Have a great day.